Gentlemen, I want to ask you something that almost no doctor ever says directly to men over 50. If I told you this, there is a small point on your body, no bigger than a coin, and when you activate it the right way, it can restore the blood flow that has weakened over the years, reawaken sensitivity you thought you'd lost, and even bring back your confidence as a man. In just 60 seconds a day, would you believe it? It sounds unbelievable, even a little strange. But this isn't a trick. It's not a myth. And it's not folklore. It's something modern science has already confirmed, and something your body has quietly carried with it for decades. The problem is, no one has ever shown you how to use it. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly where this point is, why it matters, and how to activate it, so you can restore circulation, energy, and performance naturally, even if you've felt not like yourself for many years. Before we continue, let me introduce myself quickly. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a board-certified urologist with 14 years of experience helping men over 50 restore circulation, reactivate their energy, and regain confidence naturally safely without medication. Throughout many years of working with thousands of patients, I realized one thing: men don't decline because of age. They simply haven't been shown the right way to get their bodies working again. And today, I'm going to walk you through it step by step, clearly and easily, so you can reactivate a mechanism your body has already had all along. Many men, after 50, start feeling like they're slipping. Less energy, slower response, erections not as strong as before. And understandably, most of them think, must be aging. My testosterone is probably low. There's nothing I can do anymore. But let me make this very clear. Your body is not broken. You are not weak. And none of this is your fault. In over 14 years of treating male patients, I've seen that most men don't decline because of age, but because circulation becomes restricted, the pelvic muscles tighten, and blood vessels lose their ability to expand after years of stress and too much sitting. The great news is, all of this can be reversed faster than you think. Your body still has a powerful ability to recover. It just needs the right signal to wake up. And that signal is the 1 minute a day technique I'm about to show you next. But before we go deeper, I want to know one thing. Comment your age and where you're watching from. I'm always glad to see thousands of men around the world taking the first step toward proactive, confident health. Now, for you to truly understand why a single small point on your body can create such a dramatic change, we need to talk about the real reason men's performance declines over time. And it's nothing like what you've usually heard. The truth is, it's not because of age, it's not because of testosterone, it's because of circulation and the pelvic floor. Imagine the blood vessels in your body as small, soft, flexible tubes. When you're young, these tubes easily open, stretch, and deliver blood everywhere, especially to the male area. But over time, when you sit for hours every day, deal with pressure from work and family, move less, live under long-term stress, the muscles in your pelvic floor start to tighten, like a garden hose that's been bent. The water is still there, but it can't reach the end. When this goes on for years, blood vessels narrow, nerves become less sensitive. Nitric oxide, the molecule that helps vessels relax, drops sharply, and your body's natural reflexes begin to weaken. That's why everything feels slower, weaker, less responsive. Not because your body has given up on you, but because the flow has been blocked. Here's the interesting part. Right between the scrotum and the anus, there is a small area, the perineum, where multiple nerves and blood vessels intersect to control pelvic circulation, erectile function, sensitivity, the prostate, the bladder. When you activate this exact point the right way, just 1 minute a day, it can send signals to open the blood vessels, relax the pelvic floor muscles, boost nitric oxide, and restore the natural flow your body was designed to have. That's science, not a trick. And in the next section, it'll show you exactly where this point is and how to use it for maximum results in just 60 seconds. Now, let's move into the most important part. Why can one small point between the scrotum and the anus, the perineum completely change the way your body functions. To help you visualize it, imagine your pelvic region as a traffic intersection for the entire male circulatory and nerve system. Right at the perineum, just beneath that thin layer of skin, lies a network of nerves directly connected to the prostate, bladder, and penis. Branches of blood vessels responsible for delivering oxygen to the entire pelvic area, bundles of pelvic floor muscles that control reflexes, sensitivity, and the stability of blood flow. In other words, every male signal passes through this center. And here is something most men have no idea about. When the pelvic floor tightens because of long hours of sitting, stress, age, or small unnoticed injuries, this exact point becomes locked, causing both blood vessels and nerves to function worse day by day. But the incredible thing is, when you massage the perineum correctly, the body immediately sends signals to reopen the blood vessels and nerves that have been restricted for years. Just 60 seconds a day can soften the pelvic muscles, expand deep blood vessels, increase oxygen delivery to the tissues, trigger the natural release of nitric oxide, improve sensitivity and responsiveness. This is not a quick stimulation like medication. This is restoring your natural mechanism the way the male body was designed to function. In over 14 years of practice, I've seen this transformation in men who believed they were out of options. They just needed the right signal, and the perineum is exactly that switch. In the next section, I'll break down each step so you can do this technique safely and effectively, right at home. When the perineum is activated correctly, just 1 minute a day, you'll start noticing very real changes within a few weeks, sometimes even within days, depending on your muscle tension and circulation beforehand. Many of my patients once believed their best days were behind them, but when they stuck with this 60-second technique, their bodies responded in ways they never expected. More alert mornings, a revived sensation in the pelvic area, fewer nighttime bathroom trips, lighter, more comfortable lower back and hips, improved sensitivity, and most importantly, their confidence came back. I want to share with you 2 very typical cases that I'll never forget. Case 1. Mr. Michael, 67. He walked into my office looking exhausted and said, "Doctor, I think my body has completely shut down." I taught him the 1-minute technique to practice each night. 2 weeks later, he came back and said just one sentence. "My body. It feels like someone just flipped the switch back on." He slept deeper, woke up less at night, and felt his energy returning in a very natural way. Case 2. Mr. Leonard, 72. He used to rely on medication every time he needed it, and that worried him. After 3 weeks of consistently massaging the perineum, he told me, "What surprised me the most is the feeling of calm. My hips and lower back aren't tight anymore, and my body responds without medication." That is exactly what happens when blood flow reopens. No force, no chemicals, just the natural mechanism your body already has. In the next section, I'm going to guide you step by step on how to perform this technique safely and effectively. To help you clearly see why just 1 minute of perineum massage can create such a dramatic change, we need to understand what actually happens inside your body. Right beneath the skin at this small point lies a communication center of the male nervous and circulatory systems. When you stimulate the correct spot, your body reacts through 3 powerful mechanisms. 1. Release of nitric oxide, NO. This is the molecule responsible for opening blood vessels. When the perineum is activated, NO increases, blood vessels expand, blood flow to the pelvic area rises significantly. This is the exact mechanism many medications try to imitate. But instead of a chemical effect, your body produces NO naturally and safely. 2. Reducing pelvic floor tension. Many men don't realize that their pelvic floor muscles have been tight for years because of long hours of sitting, stress, habitually holding in urine, poor posture. When these muscles are tight, blood vessels and nerves are constantly compressed. Proper massage helps soften the muscles, relieve pressure, create space for circulation, restore nerve sensitivity. 3. Reactivating pelvic nerve reflexes. The perineum is the starter point for many natural physiological reflexes. When stimulated, nerve signals become stronger, response speed improves, sensation returns noticeably. In other words, you're not forcing your body to work, you're reminding it how to work correctly. And this is why the technique doesn't just create a temporary result, it supports long-term improvement. Now, I'm going to show you exactly how to perform this technique correctly, safely, simply, and effectively, right at home. But before we start the specific steps, I want to hear something from you. What issue has been worrying you the most recently? Is it nighttime urination? Weak response? Reduced sensitivity? Or the feeling of confidence slowly fading over time? Share what you're dealing with in the comments. Your experience may help another man feel less alone and remind him that he's not the only one facing this. Now, let's begin with the step-by-step practice. Step 1. Choose a relaxed position. You can sit at the edge of a chair with your legs slightly open or lie on your back with your knees bent. What matters most is that your pelvic muscles are completely relaxed. Step 2. Locate the correct spot. Use 2 fingers to gently touch the soft area between the scrotum and the anus. This spot will feel slightly more sensitive than the surrounding skin that's exactly where you want to be. Step 3. Apply the right amount of pressure. Use light pressure, just enough to feel it the same way you gently check whether a tomato is ripe. It should not hurt, and you shouldn't press hard. Step 4. Massage for 60 seconds. Make small circular motions for 30 seconds in one direction, then switch directions for the remaining 30 seconds. The goal is not to stimulate, but to soften the muscles, open the flow, and release the pressure that has built up for years. Now that you know how to locate and correctly massage the perineum, the next step to increase effectiveness is choosing the right natural oil. This not only makes the technique more comfortable, but also helps the underlying tissue absorb better and boosts circulation. I'll guide you through it in the simplest, easiest to follow way. 1. Choose the right oil. Not all oils give the same results. Here are the 3 safest, most common, and most suitable oils for men over 50. Castor oil. This is the oil I recommend the most. It penetrates deeply, relaxes muscles, and strongly supports circulation. Many of my patients feel a noticeable warmth in the pelvic area after a few uses. That's a sign that blood flow is returning. Coconut oil. Light, comfortable, and perfect for men with sensitive skin. Besides making the massage smoother, it has natural antibacterial properties that support skin balance. Black seed oil. This oil has been used for centuries in traditional medicine. It helps reduce inflammation, supports hormones, and is especially helpful for men who often have pelvic muscle tension. You can choose any of the 3, or switch between them depending on how you feel. 2. Warm the oil before using. This is a small step, but very important. When you warm the oil in your palms for 5-10 seconds, the gentle heat helps. Increase absorption, relax the tissues faster, reduce tension, and create a more comfortable experience. Think of it as waking up your pelvic area to prepare for fresh blood flow. 3. The best time to perform the technique. To achieve the highest effectiveness, choose one of these 2 golden windows of the day. Morning. Right after you wake up, your body is naturally producing testosterone. Massaging the perineum at this time helps boost circulation at the start of the day, improve energy and mental clarity, create a sense of strength and vitality throughout the morning. Before bed, this is when most of my patients feel the clearest benefits. When you massage while your body is preparing to relax, your nervous system receives signals to release pelvic floor tension, stabilize the parasympathetic system, enter repair mode, support deeper, more restorative sleep with fewer nighttime awakenings. Just 1 minute each night can help your pelvic area feel lighter, your lower back more at ease, and your sleep become more stable over time. 4. An important reminder: you don't need strong pressure. You don't need to do it for long. You don't need to expect immediate results. The real difference comes from consistency. Your body is a sophisticated system. Give it the right signal, and it will repair itself. Gentlemen, before we end today, I want you to take a quiet moment, not to listen to me, but to listen to your own body. After years of working with men over 50, I've realized something most never admit to each other. Many men carry a silent fear, not because they are weak, but because they don't understand what their body is trying to tell them. If you've ever felt tired, worried about your slower response, or sensed your body getting a little less reactive each year, I want you to know one thing clearly. You are not alone. And more importantly, your body has not abandoned you. It's just waiting for the right signal. The male body is designed to be strong, flexible, and full of vitality well into your 70 seconds, 80 seconds, even 90 seconds. But the body is also honest. It reflects your life, long hours of sitting, years of accumulated stress, the times you forgot to take care of yourself because you had too many responsibilities. What I love most about my work is the moment when a patient realizes, I'm not broken. I just need to learn how to work with my body again. The 1-minute technique I've shared with you today, simple, even small strikes right at the core of the problem, releasing the blockages your body has silently carried for years, restoring the flow your body has been longing to reopen, awakening reflexes you thought you had lost. No medication, no force, no pushing your body into something unnatural. Just 1 minute for yourself, a gentle but powerful signal that tells your body, I still want to live fully. I still want to feel. And the beautiful thing is, the male body always responds to signals like this. It recovers. It shifts. It remembers. It reopens channels that were once tightened. I have seen this in men in their 50 seconds, 60 seconds, 70 seconds, and even in those well past 80. Not because they were lucky, but because they chose to give themselves 60 seconds a day to care for a part of their body they had ignored for far too long. If you're hearing this today, I want you to know, you are not too old to change. You are not too late to recover. And you are never too far from returning to yourself. Your body remembers. It never forgot. It's just waiting for a small signal to begin the journey back. Believe in that, because I have seen hundreds of men regain their confidence, their calm, and their sense of control, all starting from a habit as small as this. And if there's one thing I want you to take with you after this video, it's this. A man's health doesn't disappear. Because of age, it disappears when we stop taking care of it. But the moment we begin again, the body begins again with us. Before we end, I want to hear your story, your experiences, the small changes you've noticed, the worries you're carrying, or the first steps you've just begun may become the motivation another man needs, someone who feels confused or lost just like you once did. Leave a comment below. What issue are you experiencing in your pelvic area or circulation? And after this video, will you try the 1-minute technique in the morning or at night? A genuine comment from you might be exactly what another man needs to read right now. If you found today's video helpful, please hit like and subscribe, not for the algorithm, but because every interaction you make helps more men discover the truth about their health, instead of living in fear or misunderstanding. And before we go, remember this. This video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for personal medical advice. If you're experiencing unusual pain, long-lasting symptoms, or any concerning issues, talk directly with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional. Your body deserves professional care. Thank you for giving yourself this time today. I'll see you in the next video, where we continue rebuilding strength, confidence, and vitality for men over 50.